Welcome to the third episode on aldehyde and ketones, which includes the methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones. In the earlier two lectures, we have introduced aldehydes and ketones. We have discussed the structure of aldehydes and ketones and discussed their nomenclature in detail. In one of the lectures, we have discussed some of the methods of preparation, and rest of the method of preparation we are going to discuss in the present lecture. The methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketones include preparation from Grignard reagent, then from dialkyl cadmium, from lithium dialkyl cuprate, from organolithium compound. That is, all of them are organometallic compounds, and then they can be converted into aldehyde and ketones. Aldehyde and ketones can also be formed from 1,3-dithiene. They can be prepared by pyrolysis of calcium salts of carboxylic acid and hydrolysis of geminal dihalides. Oxidation of vicinal diols also forms aldehyde and ketones. Then oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbons, Itard reaction, oxidation of alcohols attached to an aromatic ring, Gattermann-Koch reaction, Gattermann aldehyde synthesis, Riemer-Tiemann reaction, and the other methods of preparation include Friedel-Crafts reaction, Freeze rearrangement, Hoesch condensation, and hydrolysis of benzyl chloride. We have already discussed the methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketones via oxidation of primary and secondary alcohols, via hydration of alkynes and hydroboration oxidation reaction of alkynes. We have also already discussed reduction of acid chloride, esters and anhydrides. In the forthcoming slides, we will discuss some other methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketone. So, first of all, synthesis of aldehyde and ketones from organometallic compound, in which we will discuss from Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent, as you know, is organomagnesium compound, and when it reacts with hydrogen cyanide, it forms this aldehyde. Hydrogen cyanide reacts with alkyl magnesium bromide followed by hydrolysis, and it forms this aldehyde. When Grignard reagent reacts with alkyl cyanide instead of hydrogen cyanide, then the product is ketone. The reaction of Grignard reagent with nitrile is considered to be the best method for the preparation of carbonyl compounds. With nitriles, first imines are formed as the intermediate, which are isolated and hydrolyzed later on to the corresponding carbonyl compound. The mechanism of this reaction of formation of aldehyde or ketone starting from cyanide has been described in this slide. You can see it is alkyl cyanide. So, alkyl cyanide results in the formation of ketone. Alkyl magnesium halide, the Grignard reagent provides the carbanion, which attacks the electron deficient carbon of the cyanide group. There is formation of magnesium salt of imine, which upon protonation forms an imine, and imine upon hydrolysis forms ketone. Grignard reagent reacts with ester and acid chloride to form alcohol. Here you can see that it is an acid chloride, undergoes reaction with Grignard reagent. First there is formation of ketone, but the reaction does not stop here and results in the formation of a tertiary alcohol. But when we undergo the reaction of acid chloride with dialkyl cadmium, then there is formation of ketone. You can see here that the same acid chloride has been reacting with this organocadmium compound, there is formation of ketone. There is no further formation of this tertiary alcohol as we have seen in case of Grignard reagent. The dialkyl cadmium is prepared by the reaction of Grignard reagent with cadmium chloride. You can see here this is Grignard reagent reacting with cadmium chloride and producing dialkyl cadmium. Now, we will discuss the reactivity of Grignard reagent and dialkyl cadmium. Both Grignard reagent and dialkyl cadmium are organometallic compound, but when we start from acid chloride, Grignard reagent does not satisfactorily form aldehyde or ketone. We have to find out the reason for that. Why Grignard reagent is converted into tertiary alcohol, whereas when we use dialkyl cadmium, then ketones are formed in good yield. So, what is the reason behind it that dialkyl cadmium forms ketones satisfactorily, whereas this Grignard reagent does not form ketone, but is converted into alcohol. Actually, there are two factors which control the above behavior of dialkyl cadmium and Grignard reagent. First factor is the reactivity of carbonyl carbon in acid chloride and ketone, and the second factor is the reactivity of magnesium and cadmium metals. First of all, we will see the reactivity of acid chloride and ketone. Actually, the reactivity of acid chloride and ketone depends on the electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon. Electrophilicity means the generation of positive charge on carbonyl carbon. Since carbonyl carbon in acid chloride is more electrophilic or has more electropositive character, both organometallic compounds form ketone, that is the Grignard reagent as well as this dialkyl cadmium. Now, cadmium is less reactive, or we can say it is less electropositive than magnesium, hence it does not react with ketone further. Magnesium, being more reactive, readily attracts the less electrophilic carbonyl carbon in ketone and forms tertiary alcohol. Now, we will see how the reactivity of acid chloride and ketone depends on the electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon. For that, we will make use of the earlier slide. Here you can see that we have a carbonyl carbon here, and because of the presence of chlorine, which is electron withdrawing, electrophilicity of this carbonyl carbon is much more. As a result, when there is formation of ketone, the more reactive is this carbonyl carbon and there is formation of this tertiary alcohol. But when it comes to the reaction of dialkyl cadmium, you can see that this carbonyl carbon here is much more electrophilic. So, cadmium can attack at this position, the alkyl group can attack at this position, but cadmium, being less reactive, does not attack at this carbonyl carbon. As a result, the final product formed in case of dialkyl cadmium is ketone, whereas in case of Grignard reagent, a further reaction takes place on ketone and we get a tertiary alcohol formed. Now, we will discuss the preparation of aldehyde and ketone by using lithium dialkyl cuprate, which is also called Gilman reagent. Lithium dialkyl cuprate reacts with acid chloride and forms ketone in good yield, which in turn is prepared by the reaction of alkyl lithium and cuprous iodide. You can see here that this is lithium dialkyl cuprate reacting with acid chloride to give ketone, and this lithium dialkyl cuprate is prepared by the reaction of alkyl lithium with cuprous iodide. Here in this reaction, we have shown how to prepare this normal butyl phenyl ketone. This side of ketonic group you have a normal butyl group and on the other side you have a phenyl group. So, for the preparation of this type of molecule, we start with normal butyl bromide, react it with lithium and form lithium di-normal butyl cuprate, which reacts with benzoyl chloride to give almost 80% yield of the desired product. Lithium dialkyl cuprate transfers one of its alkyl group to the acid chloride. One of the alkyl group means the normal butyl group to the acid chloride. Organolithium compounds attacks the lithium salt of carboxylate anion to give dianions. The protonation of dianions form the hydrate of ketone, which quickly loses a water molecule to give ketone. Here you can see this is carboxylic acid reacts with phenyl lithium and there is formation of dianion which loses a water molecule and forms cyclohexyl phenyl ketone. We will now discuss the synthesis of aldehydes and ketones from 1,3-dithiene. As you can see here, 1,3-dithiene is prepared starting from formaldehyde, the lowest member of this group of aldehyde and ketones, by the reaction with dithio compound. Dithiene is acidic in nature, and as the negative charge is developed on carbon, it is stabilized because of adjacent sulfur atoms which have D shell. 1,3-dithiene can be deprotonated by strong bases such as normal butyl lithium. The resulting carbanion is stabilized by electron withdrawing effect of two polarizable sulfur atom. You can see here that this is 1,3-dithiene. When normal butyl lithium reacts with it, there is removal of one of the protons and formation of this anion. this carbanion is stabilized because of the presence of two sulfur atoms next to them, which are polarizable in nature. Now, we will discuss the preparation of aldehyde starting from 1,3-dithiene. The step 1 of the reaction is the formation of the lithium salt of dithiene, which we can prepare by the reaction of dithiene with normal butyl lithium, and one of the hydrogen you can see here has been replaced by lithium. In the second step, attack of nucleophile and takes place and substitution of alkyl group is done over here. You can see this is alkyl halide and alkyl group actually is substituted to this lithium, and there is formation of this alkyl substituted dithiene. Now, here you can see we have written that R can be an alkyl group, but it should not be a phenyl group or vinyl group, or in other words we can say if we are using phenyl or vinyl group instead of alkyl group, then the reaction does not take place easily. Can you think what is the reason behind it? Actually, in case of phenyl group we will have to use bromobenzene, or in case of vinyl group we will have to use vinyl chloride or vinyl bromide. In both the cases there is a double bond character between carbon and chlorine bond, and the breaking of that kind of bond by this nucleophilic substitution, as it is easier in case of alkyl halide, is not that easier in case of phenyl halide and vinyl halide. In the third step of this preparation of aldehyde by 1,3-dithiene include hydrolysis of alkylated dithiene. Upon hydrolysis it is converted into an aldehyde. So, we can produce any aldehyde with of our choice by changing the nature of this alkyl group. Now, the preparation of ketones by using this method. The first step remaining the same, that is removal of acidic proton. In the second step, there is first removal of one or replacement of one hydrogen by an alkyl group, and in case of ketone, as you know that there are two alkyl groups attached to carbon oxygen double bond, the other proton is also replaced by an alkyl group. The other alkyl group, which may be the same as the earlier one or may be a different one of our choice. The third step again is similar to that of the step we have used in case of preparation of aldehyde, that is the hydrolysis of dialkylated dithiene. Upon hydrolysis it is forming ketone. We will discuss the same reactions with the help of example. Here it is formaldehyde converted into dithiene reacting upon with normal butyl lithium followed by reaction with benzyl bromide. So, one of the hydrogen, acidic hydrogen, is replaced by the benzyl group. Now, the reaction is repeated again with normal butyl lithium and normal propyl bromide, and a propyl group is substituted at the other hydrogen. Now, this molecule upon hydrolysis forms a ketone which has on one side a benzyl group and on the other side a propyl group. So, this type of reactions are very useful methods for the preparation of different types of aldehydes and ketones of our choice. Another method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketones is via the pyrolysis of calcium salts of carboxylic acid. When calcium formate is heated with calcium salt of other carboxylic acid, partial decarboxylation takes place and aldehydes are formed. The reaction of calcium formate and calcium acetate results in the formation of ethanol. You can see here it is calcium formate and this is calcium acetate. When these two molecules are heated upon or pyrolysis is done on these molecules, then we get ethanol or acetaldehyde formed. Aldehydes can also be prepared by passing vapors of formic acid and other carboxylic acid over calcium or magnesium or thorium oxide. As you can see in this slide, butanone can be prepared by the pyrolysis of calcium acetate and calcium propanoate. Aromatic aldehyde and ketones can also be produced by the pyrolysis of mixture of two different or similar calcium salt of carboxylic acid. For example, benzaldehyde, acetophenone and benzophenone can be prepared as mentioned in this slide. You can see that this is calcium benzoate reacting with calcium formate, calcium benzoate reacting with calcium acetate, and when only calcium benzoate is heated, then there is formation of benzophenone. So, depending upon the requirement, aromatic aldehyde and ketone can be prepared by the pyrolysis of calcium salts. We will now discuss the hydrolysis of geminal dihalides for the preparation of aldehydes and ketones. 1,1-dichloropropane reacts with water to form geminal diol, which readily eliminates a water molecule to form aldehyde or a ketone. Hydrolysis of terminal dihalide form aldehyde, like 1,1-dichloropropane forms propanol, whereas hydrolysis of non-terminal dihalides form ketone. For example, 2,2-dichloropropane forms propanone, as can be seen in this slide. We will now discuss the oxidation of vicinal diols. Vicinal diols or 1,2-diols like ethylene glycol on treatment undergo cleavage of carbon-carbon bond and form aldehyde. Hydrolysis of substituted vicinal diols results in the formation of aldehyde as well as ketones, depending upon the nature of substitution on the carbon carrying hydroxy group. As you can see here, this carbon carrying hydroxy group is attached to methyl, whereas there is no other alkyl group here. Upon cleavage or oxidative cleavage, there is formation of a molecule of acetaldehyde and a molecule of formaldehyde. So, depending upon the structure of vicinal diol, products are formed. We will now discuss the preparation of aromatic aldehyde and ketones via the oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbons. Oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbon with manganese dioxide and sulfuric acid under controlled condition form aldehydes. The product at high temperature is corresponding carboxylic acid. Toluene on oxidation form benzaldehyde, as you can see in this slide, whereas ethyl benzene upon oxidation forms acetophenone. Now, we will discuss Itard reaction for the preparation of aromatic aldehyde and ketones. When aromatic hydrocarbons are oxidized with chromyl chloride, the reaction is called Itard reaction. An intermediate is formed during the oxidation reaction, which upon hydrolysis forms benzaldehyde. Here you can see it is a aromatic hydrocarbon reacting upon with chromyl chloride, followed by hydrolysis forms benzaldehyde. The reaction does not occur if a hydroxy or an amino group is present in the benzene ring. Now, we will discuss the preparation of aldehyde and ketones by the oxidation of alcohols having an aromatic ring. Say for example, here we are starting with benzyl chloride, which upon reaction with acidified potassium dichromate results in the formation of benzaldehyde. Secondary aromatic alcohols upon reaction with acidified potassium dichromate result in the formation of ketones. You can see here that this is a secondary alcoholic group attached to an aromatic ring, and this upon oxidation produces a ketone. So, acetophenone or benzophenone can be prepared from corresponding secondary alcohols by oxidation reaction. We will now discuss Gattermann-Koch reaction for the preparation of aldehydes. Benzene react with carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid in presence of aluminum chloride catalyst to form benzaldehyde. The electrophile is formed as a result of reaction of carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid in presence of aluminum chloride. You can see here that carbon monoxide and HCl react together in presence of aluminum chloride and forms an electrophile, which undergoes electrophilic substitution on the benzene ring to form benzaldehyde. We will now discuss Gattermann aldehyde synthesis. This is modified Gattermann-Koch synthesis. Benzene reacts with hydrogen cyanide and HCl in presence of aluminum chloride to form aldimine. This aldimine on hydrolysis forms benzaldehyde. You can see here, instead of carbon monoxide we are using hydrogen cyanide. Aldimine is formed, which upon hydrolysis forms benzaldehyde. In the mechanism of Gattermann aldehyde synthesis, the reagent used, that is hydrogen cyanide and HCl, reacts in presence of aluminum chloride to form imidofomyl chloride. This imidofomyl chloride reacts with benzene and forms aryl imine, which upon hydrolysis forms benzaldehyde, as you can see here in this slide. This is aryl imine formed as a result of reaction of this imidoformyl chloride, which upon hydrolysis forms benzaldehyde. We will now discuss the Gattermann-Koch reaction versus Gattermann aldehyde synthesis. Gattermann-Koch reaction does not occur when phenol or phenolic ethers or nitrobenzene is taken in place of benzene. In case of Gattermann aldehyde synthesis, it can be done with phenol and phenolic ethers, but it is not possible with nitrobenzene and other ring deactivating groups. Here in this slide you can see that under these conditions Gattermann-Koch reaction does not take place. The reason is that if we have a molecule like an alkoxy group present here instead of benzene, whereas Gattermann aldehyde synthesis is possible, an aldehyde with substitution of methoxy can be prepared by this method. Another very good method for the preparation of aldehyde is Reamer-Tiemann reaction. Phenols react with chloroform in presence of sodium hydroxide to form ortho and para hydroxy benzaldehyde. This is an electrophilic substitution reaction and it proceeds via the formation of dichlorocarbene intermediate. Salicylaldehyde is the major product as it is stabilized by intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Here you can see that this is chloroform reacting with phenol in presence of sodium hydroxide. Although there is possibility of formation of both the products, that is orthohydroxy benzaldehyde and para-hydroxy benzaldehyde, this is a more stable product. Reason is hydrogen bonding between these two groups is possible, which is called intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and because of which the molecule is stabilized. Friedel-Crafts reaction is a very widely used method for the preparation of aromatic ketones. Benzene here reacts with acetyl chloride in presence of aluminum chloride and forms acetophenone. If benzoyl chloride is used in place of acetyl chloride with benzene, then benzophenone is formed. So, you can see here that it is the Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction using acetyl chloride, there is formation of acetophenone, and with benzoyl chloride there is formation of benzophenone. Benzophenone can also be prepared by the reaction of two molecules of benzene with carbon tetrachloride in presence of aluminum chloride. This is one of the most economical and widely used method for the preparation of benzophenone. Here you can see two molecules of benzene reacting upon with carbon tetrachloride, formation of this dichloro group, which upon hydrolysis forms the molecule having two hydroxy group at the same carbon, which undergoes dehydration very fast to generate this benzophenone. Benzophenone can also be prepared by the reaction of two molecules of benzene with phosgene in presence of aluminum chloride. This is phosgene, this also produces benzophenone. Then we will discuss Freeze rearrangement. In Freeze rearrangement, the phenolic esters upon heating with aluminum chloride undergo rearrangement to form phenolic ketones. Methyl benzoate forms 2-hydroxyacetophenone and 4-hydroxyacetophenone as a result of Freeze rearrangement. This is methyl benzoate. The acetyl group from here migrates to either ortho position or para position of the benzene ring. As a result, these products are formed. We will now discuss the preparation of ketones via Heusch condensation. Polyhydric phenols react with alkane nitriles in presence of hydrochloric acid and anhydrous zinc chloride in ether solution as solvent and form ketones. 1,3,5-trihydroxybenzene reacts with methane nitrile in presence of hydrochloric acid and anhydrous zinc chloride in ether as solvent and forms 2,4,6-trihydroxyacetophenone as can be seen here in this slide. We will now discuss the preparation of aldehyde and ketones by hydrolysis of benzyl chloride. This benzyl chloride is a dihalide and it can be prepared by the reaction of toluene with chlorine in presence of sunlight. Toluene, when chlorinated in sunlight, undergoes free radical substitution at the side chain and forms benzyl chloride. Hydrolysis of benzyl chloride in alkaline medium forms benzaldehyde. You can see here that in benzene we have this phenyl nucleus and this is the alkyl side chain. When chlorine is treated upon with toluene in presence of sunlight, free radical substitution at the alkyl side chain take place and there is formation of this benzyl chloride, which upon hydrolysis or which upon treatment with water form a gem dihalide, and this gem dihalide upon dehydration forms benzaldehyde. Now, to summarize today's lecture, we have discussed a number of methods for the preparation of aliphatic and aromatic aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones can be prepared from Grignard reagent. They are prepared in very good yield by dialkyl cadmium compounds. They are prepared from lithium dialkyl cuprate and organolithium compounds. Then we have discussed the preparation of aldehyde and ketones from 1,3-dithiene. We have discussed the preparation via pyrolysis of calcium salt of carboxylic acid by the hydrolysis of geminal dihalides. We have discussed their preparation by the oxidation of vicinal diols. Then oxidation of aromatic hydrocarbons also produces aromatic aldehyde and ketones. Itard reaction is another oxidation reaction by which aldehyde can be prepared. Then oxidation of alcohols attached to an aromatic ring, they also upon oxidation form aldehyde and ketones. We have discussed Gattermann-Koch reaction and Gattermann aldehyde synthesis and compared the two, that under what conditions Gattermann-Koch reaction takes place and under what conditions Gattermann aldehyde synthesis takes place. Then we have discussed the preparation of aldehyde via Riemer-Tiemann reaction and we have discussed Friedel-Crafts reaction for the preparation of ketones, mostly aromatic ketones. Then we have discussed the preparation of hydroxyketones by Friese rearrangement. We have discussed Heusch condensation for the preparation of ketones, and then in the end we have discussed the preparation of ketones by the hydrolysis of benzyl chloride. In the next lecture, we will discuss physical properties like boiling point, like polarity associated with the molecule or dipole moment associated with the molecule. We will also discuss some reactions which are undergone by aldehydes and ketones in the next lecture. Thank you very much.